Hello everybody, welcome back to another Devlog video, and I'm very happy to say that the first beta build of FedY is officially out on Apple and Google Play. If you want to test on Apple, just download the Test Flight app and click on the link in the description, and if you're on Android, just go in the description, click on the Google Play link, and download the game. But before you do that, I'd stick around and watch the video to figure out how this turned into this. After trying to refine the idea of FedY and getting rid of the trucks because it caused too much lag, and getting rid of being able to build a warehouse wherever you wanted because that would be too much for a mobile game, I realized that the game was pretty much just split into sections that each warehouse controlled, and not really the free-form game that it was before. So embracing this new idea, I decided to move towards something else, and that's a tile-based game. I had always been into Civ 6 and all those turn-based tile games, and especially Civ 6, which has a hexagonal tile map. So I played around with that for a while, and I turned out with this type of map, and I really like it. I still want it to be a non-turn-based game where you have to compete for the different tiles. And in doing this, I made 3 different types of tiles. The first one is the city tile, and it's what you need to win the game. The more city tiles you control, the more points you have, and that's how you're going to win the game. The way you gain control of cities is through something called influence, and influence is what the warehouses give to the tiles around it. So the warehouse gives 1 influence in a 1 tile radius around it. So if you place a warehouse next to a city, that city will get 1 influence, and if that's all that it has, that would be it. That would be all of its influence, and it would be under that company's control. If a city has the same influence from 2 companies, it would become disputed and would turn a color, which I just made yellow. So the goal of the game is to strategically place down these warehouses throughout the map so that you control as much land as possible. And the last tile is the airport tile. Now the airport tile is kind of a wild card right now because I don't want it to give influence directly, I want it to give bonuses. But what those bonuses are, I don't know yet. The way it works right now in the current build, the airport has 2 different types of bonuses. The first one is when you build it on top of a warehouse tile. When you do this, it gives that warehouse only +1 range. So it would give 1 influence to everything in a 2 tile radius instead of a 1 tile radius. And the second bonus is when you place it not on a warehouse. Since airport tiles can't be placed on top of city hot tiles like warehouses can be, they would be placed on the empty land surrounding it. And when you do this, it gives all warehouses in a 2 tile radius +1 influence. So let's say you have a warehouse placed down on some empty land. If you had a warehouse next to it, it would give 2 influence in a 1 tile radius around it. The gameplay of the game is going to be quite simple. There's going to be 2 or more companies on a single map, and they're going to start with a warehouse already placed down. Then by doing so, they have to pay money, which you accumulate over time, to buy more warehouses. And this will happen until the whole map is filled, and then you start battle cities more often, and by either the end of a time limit or by a certain point where a player controls like 75% of all the city tiles, that player would then win the game. And that's really the major concept of the game right now. There's no real direction in the build right now. I mostly did it just so I could test the waters, because this is something I've never done before. And it's very nice to have it out now, the framework's laid, and now I can just pump new builds into it. In the next month or so, I'm going to be adding an actual goal to the game. Right now, there is an enemy, but it doesn't do anything because I haven't made an AI yet, so I'm probably going to try to take a crack at that and I'll talk about that progress in the devlogs that I make. I'm going to try to make these more so that you guys can keep on my progress, but that's really all I've got so far. Thank you everyone for watching the video. Again, to become a tester, go into the description or go on my website and read the instructions of how to become a tester if you're still confused on something. If you find any bugs, if you have anything you want to tell me, or think that I could make the game better, just send me feedback, and I'll be looking at all of it, and maybe add it into the game. Thank you for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one.